This is Davy Jones reporting from Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, college is supposed to be the best years of your life, right? Well, not always. We have it in our head that after freshman orientation, we're supposed to make a core group of friends, that we're supposed to go to wild parties every weekend, and that it's supposed to be intellectually stimulating. But this isn't always the case for many college students. Oftentimes, college students feel depressed and not happy with where they're at. So here's some things to consider when you're thinking about transferring schools. First of all, you want to give your college a fair shot. Stay for at least a year and see what you think about it. Go to your classes, take it seriously, join clubs and organizations, and try to get involved. However, if after the first year you're still not happy, maybe it is time for a change. Okay, so maybe academically, your school is not the right match. Perhaps you're overwhelmed in the classroom, or it's not challenging enough. Also, maybe you've decided that you want to change majors and the school that you're at is just not the right choice for that. So academics are a really important part of deciding whether or not to stay at a school. When considering whether your school is a good fit or not, consider the size. Perhaps you're at a large state school where all your classes have over 500 students in them, or maybe you're at a very small school and you feel completely claustrophobic there. I went to a small liberal arts school in Connecticut, and coming from a large public high school, by the end of the 4 years I was ready to pull my hair out. So consider size when considering changing schools. Another thing to consider is what kind of student body your school tends to attract. Perhaps you're a preppy lacrosse player and your school is a bastion for hippies. Or maybe you're a hipster that just dyed your hair purple and your school is filled with Republicans wearing Brooks Brothers suits. So think about that when you're thinking about transferring schools. I know for me, I went to a very homogeneous school and it was a culture shock coming from Boston where my public school was very multicultural. Now, I'm not saying it's a problem going to a college where students are different from yourself. Just be sure that you're comfortable maybe being in the minority and sticking out a little bit more. Now, another consideration is your actual school's environment. Perhaps you're at NYU and you're completely overwhelmed. Or maybe your college is in the fields of Kansas and you feel claustrophobic. So thinking about where your school is located is really important. Do you want to be closer to home or be more adventurous and get further away? Do you not like the cold weather and you go to school in Alaska? Do you hate the heat and you go to Arizona State? So those are things to think about when deciding whether or not your college is right for you. Another thing to think about is social life at your school. Perhaps you want to join a fraternity and your school lacks a Greek system. Or maybe you hate fraternities and it seems like everybody else is in one. Although you don't want to admit it, the social scene is very important to a student's happiness. In closing, college is an important 4 years of your life, so you want to be happy there. A lot of times there's nothing wrong with the school you're at, it's just not the right fit for you. So when picking a new school, have confidence in yourself, because only you know what you're looking for. Good luck. This is Davy Jones, signing off.